Today is my 23rd birthday, and I have gone through an extremely conflicting range of emotions, and it is not even 3 o'clock yet. So my birthday is on September 30th. October 1st starts the national holiday for China, and it's kind of this cool setup because it means I get to have my birthday and then an entire week off of classes. You have to make up at least one class, I guess. In the past, I've had a lot of issues with my counterpart not telling me information on time. She would text me the night before at 11 p.m. In this particular case, she messaged me at 8 p.m. last night telling me that I would have to have class this morning at 8 a.m. Everybody else found out like Monday or Tuesday. It's just very frustrating to be kind of the last person to find out everything because I'm literally the only foreign person here, and a lot of times I feel like my school's administration, they don't really understand that like if you don't tell me, I'm not going to find out. My entire service has just kind of been me on my own, toughing it out, trying to figure things out, locking myself away in my apartment, going like in this roller coaster of emotion. I would get really hopeful and then like lose that hope. A bunch of like really not mentally healthy habits and situations that I've been put into. And so this event last night, I guess it was like the cherry on top. Included in that message, she said, "We will have class tomorrow morning and then we will go have dinner." I had already made plans with my host family to have dinner because I actually want to be with my host family and I enjoy them, and they're a large part of the reason why I'm still in China. When I told her about my plans, she was like, "Okay, well then we'll just go to lunch." For her to like tell me what I was going to do for my birthday, it threw me off, and honestly, I didn't want to see her at all for my birthday, and I was just like, okay. Long story short, I did not go to I was so frustrated. I was so angry at her for putting me into these situations and not being prepared for my class, and all I wanted for my birthday was to be left alone. The last thing I wanted was to be reminded that I'm in China. Chinese etiquette is super extensive, and I didn't want to spend my birthday in that awkward situation sitting with 14 other people at a table where they're all just like staring at me and talking Chinese. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to spend time with my friends and my host family, and that was being taken away from me, so I was really pissed off. My counterpart starts calling me 20 minutes after my class starts, and don't do this, but I ignored like all 15 of her calls. I just could not bring myself to talk to her, and I was just so angry. I'm bouncing back and forth between like, no, I am 23 years old. I'm not getting paid to do this. I was told last minute about this. I shouldn't feel bad for like declining her. I should know how to say no. This is her fault, sort of thing. And then the other half of me was like, yeah, but like it doesn't take you that long to get dressed, and you can just show a movie, and like it'll just make things easier if you just do what they want. And I was having this internal conflict or struggle. Next thing I know, my doorbell is ringing. I'm in my t-shirt and no bra and just underwear, and this girl's like ringing my doorbell over and over again. My phone's ringing, my doorbell's ringing, and it's my student, Jia Ping. She's one of my sophomores. She was like, "Hey, Miss Lee, aka your counterpart, sent me to check on you. She's like really worried, blah, blah, blah." So I spent like the next 5 minutes figuring out my life, like trying to like fix, my hair was crazy. I, wasn't dressed. So I finally let her in. I was like, "Okay, just go tell Miss Lee that I'm alive and fine and, stuff." Then, and only then, I finally received a text from Miss Lee, my counterpart, saying like, "Hey, I'm really worried about you. I sent Xiaoping to your apartment. Get back to me ASAP." I'm not saying that I'm angry at her for being worried about me. I don't understand why she thought to send a student to my apartment before she thought to text me. I don't understand it. The entire time I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fake happiness in front of these people because I was so frustrated. I felt very taken advantage of, unappreciated, unwelcome, used. For the last 15 months, I haven't been interacting with these people in any sort of really productive way. They bring out this really nice cake. My Y band, she asked me a couple weeks ago about my family in Florida, and because she heard about Hurricane Irma. And it really caught me off guard because she never asks about things relating to my emotions and how I feel. I just hadn't really gotten the support that I need here at site. And so for her to ask me about my family, I thought that was really cool. I told her that that my family's home was messed up really badly. They can't live in it. Photos of my house, like, they're trying to apply for grants, by all these trees, good, and nobody can do, you know, they're all at my grandma's house, and I feel lonely at site and depressed. You know, like, I just like laid all of this on her, right, one day, not today. Fast forward to today at my birthday banquet. They all collectively donated funds to me so that I could visit my family during the holiday. And I, like, lost it. Boo-hoo crying. So embarrassed. Not only was I, like, really caught off guard, I was very humbled by it. All these conflicting emotions, plus the fact that I'm PMSing. It was so emotional. I had to leave the room. I was like, oh, bye. Instead of applying for grants, I already have money to, like, start up my cooking club. They began toasting me and just genuinely apologizing for, like, not being there for me for, you know, this entire, like, thing. And it, like, really meant a lot to hear my Y band, if you text me, I talk so much crap about my Y band and my counterpart because they have driven me crazy since I've come to site. And it's like, when I want my privacy, they're all up in my business, and when I need support, they're nowhere to be found. To just hear her apologize for that, because I'm not gonna cry again. I cried like a lot today. To hear them apologize, they were like, "Hey, it's a two-way street. If you don't tell us that you're suffering and super lonely and depressed at site, we can't do anything to help you." They kind of checked me. We checked each other. It's not even the end of the day, but it's been such an emotional birthday. On like a completely unrelated, like, oh my god, note, how about somebody comes up to me, not somebody, my counterpart, is kind of important. She comes up to me and she's like, so, she says this super casually, by the way, yeah, so we're getting like 20 students from Pakistan. They don't speak Chinese or English, but they're gonna be your students, a whole new class. The entire class of 20 students is just gonna be students from Pakistan. I'm super stoked. Like, I don't know what to expect. It's probably gonna be really messy, really all over the place, my kind of class. One, I'm like, why is my school getting so many students from Pakistan? I don't know what's going on. That is the newest development at my school. I will let you know how that goes. Aside from my soul.